All right, everyone, welcome back to another episode of Talking Gamecocks with Ben and Rich. This is episode number 6. We're past a full hand, and we are actually 6 days away from kickoff for South Carolina football. Are you excited? Scale of 1 to 10.
8 right now. Get back
8?
to me Saturday morning.
Okay, 8. That's pretty high.
I'm pumped up. I'm ready. It's been a long time. We're going to have a full house at Williams Price Saturday night. 75, 80,000 strong, yelling and screaming. It's time to wash the bad taste out of our mouth. And Saturday is the Listerine that we need.
At least we would hope it is. And it's Eastern Illinois, Northern Illinois?
Eastern Illinois University. They played yesterday. They played a game yesterday. They had a real live. Their first game was yesterday.
In fact, in a press conference I watched with Shane Beamer, he was kind of asked that question of, is it a good thing that they got to play yesterday and we didn't, or like a bad thing? But I think it's kind of like how you see it in your perspective of whether it's a good thing or a bad thing. Did they win yesterday? Did they lose? You know?
They lost yesterday to Indiana State, 26-21.
It's a pretty close game. But
no, I heard the reports I read online were that they didn't look very good. They scored some points late.
Okay.
To make the score look closer than the game actually was. We should win. We should win, and quite frankly, we should win easily.
Especially when we're playing at home, and you say like we gotta have a slammed crowd, because I don't think ever in my entire life that fans of like South Carolina football are excited as much as they are right now to get back into like a public scene, football, tailgating setting, and just getting out and having a great time watching some South Carolina football.
Yeah, just being able to get together and go to a football game probably has as much to do with the excitement as anything. People weren't able to do that last year, so everybody's pumped up. Like I said, we got a lot of bad taste in our mouth we need to get rid of. So everybody's excited, considering that we've won 6 games the last 2 years. I think that's pretty amazing that there's going to be 70,000 people at a ball game Saturday. So it's a tribute to Shane Beamer. He's brought a lot of positivity and, forward thinking, and just everybody's feeling good again. And that's something I didn't think was going to be possible for a while. So
I want to see how you feel, because do you think it's a good thing or a bad thing from the perspective that Eastern Illinois got to play yesterday, and it sucks to hear that they lost, but in the aspect of we are able to watch their first game, but 2, Eastern Illinois was able to kind of like knock the dust off or knock the rust off them.
I think it helps them that they played a game. Just like you said, it helps them, work on. They know what to work on. They know what things they need to work on, and they'll have a week of practice to get ready for us. And we'll have some film to look at, so it helps us too in a way, because we'll have film to look at and know what they kind of like to do. So we'll see. I don't think it really matters. I think we're gonna come out and try and do what we want to do, and see if they can stop us.
Yeah, that's a really good look at it, because it's like you're looking at the glass half full for both sides, because they get to figure out what went wrong for them on that game yesterday and figure out what they need to do different playing us Saturday. And we also get the chance to see any vulnerabilities they may have in the offense or the defense, the special teams, and get to be able to maybe get a little extra practice time or a little extra focus time on these specific aspects of their football team. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm probably like a 7, because I'm being up here in Pennsylvania. Like, I don't really have like the same kind of atmosphere of everybody's Southeastern football, like whether you're a Clemson fan, South Carolina fan, Georgia fan, Florida fan, whatever fan, it's not the same like atmosphere up here in Pennsylvania. It's definitely different. Now, Penn State is the closest. It's either Penn State or Temple University, and Temple's not really like a big football school.
No.
It's more Penn State. That's the closest I have, like as far as like an atmosphere, and I haven't really seen much of it yet. So it's like, it's a really weird feeling, but if you're from the Southeast and you know when college football is coming around, you definitely know that feeling. And being up here in the Northeast, it's just a little different. I can't quite put my finger on it.
College football in the South is a different animal. You've been around it enough to know it's a big tradition. Football's a great way to bring people together, not just families, but friends and just people you may not see the rest of the year. It's a great way to get together with friends and family and people you care about. And hopefully your team, you have a pretty good team to root for, and they win occasionally. And it's all fun, and the food, and of course the atmosphere. If you've ever been to a football game, a college football game in the South is just different. It's 80,000 people screaming their heads off. If you've never been, you owe it to yourself to find a good college football game and go to it. They're a lot of fun, particularly if you have a team and then they play well and win that day. It's always fun to win.
And maybe if you don't have a team you're rooting for, maybe if you just have kind of like two really good teams, like you don't want to have a blowout, that's kind of boring, but you want to have like two teams that are like going at it neck and neck, kind of like whenever we played Alabama like a long time ago and we upset them when they were number one. Like,
yeah,
I cannot imagine how that stadium would have felt.
It was crazy that day.
Yeah, it was just two powerhouse teams just going back and forth, touchdown, 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 touchdown. It was just, it was an amazing game, to say the least.
Yeah, I mean, it means more in the South, I guess. But Penn State has a pretty good atmosphere too when they have whiteouts. It's pretty incredible to watch one of their games on TV when they're having a whiteout. You got 100,000 people all wearing white. It's crazy.
Yeah, I watched the clip. I think it might have been from 2019. They had to have been having a good year, or that just might be the atmosphere as a whole. But I see a video clip of them about to come out of their tunnel, and it's a whiteout, like you said, and 100,000 people going crazy, just saying, "We are Penn State, we are Penn State." It's just a different kind of breed, but
it's a blast. It's a blast to be part of that. It's a lot of fun to be part of something like that.
Yeah.
So that's why I get pumped up. This college football, it's mostly Carolina because they're the team I love, and that's near and dear to my heart. So I pay attention to them most, 100% of the time, and everybody else too. We'll watch the Georgia game next Saturday night. Georgia Clemson play. That's a really big national game next Saturday night. It's the best time of year. The weather's getting ready to get better, start cooling off, and we got a bunch of great weather, a bunch of great football to watch. So it's the best time of year as far as I'm concerned. I love it. I'm ready. Football's great.
Here in Pennsylvania, I'm not, just for reference sake, I'm not looking forward to the cold weather.
Well,
I will rather it stay 80 degrees as many days.
80's fine. I'm ready to be rid of the 95 degrees.
Okay, I would rather it be 95 degrees here than 32. Yeah. Think about that.
Well, I'm just tired of the heat.
But
that's another thing to me and to a lot of other people that football signifies is that the summer is coming to an end. And hopefully the heat will be coming to an end soon too. So, but yeah, we're excited about football. Did you see the clips I sent you of some of the interviews? I sent you a few. The two running backs I was most impressed with. The one young guy, Juju McDowell.
Okay.
And he was with together being interviewed with Marshawn Lloyd. two quality kids who we're looking for a lot out of. Juju's really opened up a lot of eyeballs from what I'm hearing in camp. He's really impressed a lot of people. He's electrifying is the word that's been used to describe Juju. He's a lot like a miniature version of Debo.
Okay.
With a lot of moves and quickness and ability to make people miss. They like him in the return game. And as kind of a scat back kind of guy, a running back kind of scat back kind of dude in the backfield. They say he's got a lot of potential. They like him a lot. I was impressed with his interview. I was really impressed with Marshawn Lloyd. You heard Juju talking about, they asked him what Marshawn's best moves were or what his impressions of Marshawn were. Mm-hmm. And he was just like, he said something about get your popcorn ready to watch Marshawn. So I'm real impressed with our running backs. I think we got a lot of great running backs. Maybe one of the best like they talked about it. He said that he felt like they had one of the best running backs rooms in the country. So
it's pretty high hope, or not high hopes, but that's pretty big talk because, of course, we had Kevin Harris too. He led the SEC last year,
right.
It was last year or the year before.
Last year he led the SEC,
and we went 2-10 still.
Right. Yeah, I think we got some real talent at running back. A lot of Marshawn Lloyd was a highly rated guy, and he hurt his knee last year before he could get anything going. Mm-hmm. So, and to hear the things they talked about Juju being able to do. Mm-hmm. There's another kid that they talk about, Zaquandre Wright. They call him Z. He's supposed to be really good too. I think we're set at running back. We're going to be okay, I think. I'm not saying we're going to light the world on fire, but I think if we can win 5 or 6 games, that'll be a good year for South Carolina this year.
Mm-hmm. I also saw, I don't remember exactly where the clip was, but speaking of the running backs, I haven't got to watch that clip specifically, but I watched a bunch of the quarterback ones, the coaches a little bit here and there talking about the team. I think it might have just been the content team. They were asking some of the players some questions. I think they might have said like, who's got the biggest personality or something in the locker room or whatever. And some people were saying Juju, referring to our running back. Really excited for Saturday.
I'm interested to see what the defense does Saturday. I think Saturday might be more important for the defense than any other aspect of the team. Mm-hmm. I think it's important for our defense to come out and, don't let Eastern Illinois be very successful on offense at all. Mm-hmm. I think it's important for us to shut them down good and get some confidence on defense.
I think that's a really good point because I think everybody's going to be looking towards that offense. Who got hurt, what quarterback's playing, what running back's playing. Like, okay, who's throwing what? Who are these new wide receivers, tight ends, offensive line? Why are they not blocking? Everybody's going to be looking towards the offense.
Right.
But just like you said, I think that's a perfect opportunity to pay attention to our defense. Because if you look at them Saturday, because while everybody's looking at the offense, then maybe we can analyze it a little bit better. And like you said, we shouldn't let Eastern Illinois even get maybe a little over 100 yards.
Well,
if we want to be an SEC powerhouse team, realistically, like an Alabama, like a Georgia, like a Texas A&M, LSU, whatever, we should be kind of, to put it lightly, smashing Eastern Illinois to the ground.
We should
as kindly as we can.
They shouldn't score on us. But
no.
In this day and age, they probably will score. I don't think they. I don't know. I think as a defense, we shouldn't give up more than 10 points.
And of course, if our defense gives up more than 10 points, we're not going to be like, oh, you guys suck. No. Well, at the end of the day, I think what we're looking for is a win. That's all that matters. You
don't want to have a lot of yards, a lot of first downs, going up and down the field, kind of. You don't want to see that.
No.
Because if Eastern Illinois can do it, Then Georgia can doggone sure do it.
Mm-hmm.
Florida can do it, but yeah, I think so. I think Saturday might be more important for the defense.
Georgia, Clemson. Who's gonna win?
I'm pulling for. I got to go with the conference. I'm going with them Georgia Bulldogs.
Is it at Georgia or at Clemson?
It's in Charlotte, actually, a neutral site in Charlotte.
I think that's pretty much it, guys. And if you're interested in tuning in, Saturday night, 7 p.m., I believe the game's going to be streamed on ESPN Plus. I don't know if it's on any kind of TV providers, especially in Pennsylvania or South Carolina or around the country for that matter.
SEC Plus, too, I think. SEC Plus and ESPN Plus.
Okay, so either one of those, if you want to tune in this Saturday at 7 p.m. Also, if you want to listen to Shane Beamer's press conference, it'll be live on South Carolina's YouTube channel, Facebook, I imagine, or any kind of Gamecocks online or kind of news website you could probably find out there. Do you want to guarantee a promise of an episode, another one?
Try and get one in before game time.
You heard it here first, folks. We might have another episode this week, so sit back and get your seatbelts ready to go. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time.
All right, thank y'all. Thanks, Ben.